Welcome back, everyone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me absolute pleasure to introduce to us our guest for tonight. She's here to speak, among other things, what every citizen needs to do to keep our country sane. Okay? Madam Jerotich Seii, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Before we start the show, former President Kibaki passed on this week. What about his legacy stands out for you?
You know, and may the soul of our departed former president rest in peace. We were very close to him, actually, because my mother, Ambassador Tabitha Seii, was the vice chair of the Democratic Party in the 90s. So, they were very good friends, very close. And what I think he did was begin to revive our country economically and help us see what was possible. Yeah. Of course, thereafter, many things happened. But may his soul rest in eternal peace. And, condolences to his family.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, there's something you keep telling people. You're not an activist, you're an active citizen. What's the difference and why?
Being an activist comes with certain connotations. You know, you work for an NGO, you're part of civil society, somebody's paying you somewhere to do something. I think talking about being an active citizen for me means that wherever you are, no matter what you're doing, so long as you're a citizen of the Republic of Kenya, you can do something about something that you see is not going right in the country.
In your active citizenship, you've been involved in a lot of initiatives. There is Linda Katiba, which is like a big deal with this constitutional amendment issue. So like one thing we'd like to know is, after what happened at the Supreme Court, could BBI come back?
Look, Tai, I was one of the petitioners on the basic structure doctrine. Yeah. And as you know, that was not, it did not go through. But I think some Kenyans might have thought that the Supreme Court ruling was like a football match where 5 out of 7 versus 2 out of 7. I think the bottom line is that even the 2 out of 7 that we had, the one about the constituencies and whether the president can initiate such a thing like he did, that was enough for us to checkmate the BBI process and say, it has been stopped dead in its tracks. Okay. That said, I know that in the Azimio space, they say they will bring back BBI if they do win the elections. I don't think it'll be very easy to bring it back. Okay.
It's well known that your dad, Major John Seii, was a part of the proponents, a big part of proponent of that constitutional amendment. On the other hand, was his daughter, part of Linda Katiba. Christmas must have been awkward.
You know, I come from a highly, highly democratic family. We have never been sheep who follow one particular direction or another. In fact, at any given election, you'll find all of us voting one way or another. But in any case, si kura yako ni siri yako. So you vote for whoever you want to vote for. But I remember having extremely intense debates with my father, and who is a very good friend of mine and a man I respect so much and love so much. And I said, unachezwa.
He's watching this. He's watching this.
Hi, Dad. and we had discussions, and that's when he came out himself publicly. Okay. And he shuked the whole thing and said, this is not what I signed up for. But yeah, we are a very democratic household. Okay, and we debate, we engage, and we have no issues. We'll go and, eat or have a drink together.
You've been leading with Switch Off KPLC, Linda Katiba, but what current issues are you currently working on? And what would you tell Kenyans to watch out for, governance-wise, during this period?
And thank you for mentioning Switch Off KPLC, because for me, that is still the bedrock of my active citizenship. Yes. Because my position is, fix energy, you fix Kenya. Yeah. I have never deviated from that. In the 5 years that we have been running the Switch Off KPLC campaign, people think it's a narrow issue of KPLC, but we use KPLC as a pivot because we all deal with KPLC. They bill us, overbill us, blow up our transformers, disconnect our power, all things. So KPLC is a focal point that the public can see, but the entire spectrum of energy, whether it is your paraffin, your diesel, your super, your steamer, your gas, this is all the energy sector that is riddled with corruption, run by cartels, and if we don't fix that, we will never be able to build our economy. While people are busy pushing wheelbarrows or talking about 6,000 per household or talking about this or that or the other, if we don't fix energy, we have done nothing.
What's your parting shot to Kenyans around being an active citizen?
Please pick up an issue. You can be a member of your estate WhatsApp group. talking about issues of security or cleanliness or traffic or noise in the neighborhood. Pick up an issue, be dedicated, committed to it. Do not deviate, do not blink, and build yourself a collective of like-minded Kenyans. It sounds so complicated, but it's not. Because how many times are we sitting around saying, we don't like this, there's no water, or this has happened? So we don't need to be going for the jugular. You don't need to go directly for Linda Katiba and go to the Supreme Court. We need active citizenship at all levels, from the intimate to the global. Wherever you are, do something. And trust me, Kenya is full of active citizens, unsung heroes, and we need to go without stopping. And we need to do it in a non-partisan, non-politicized, non-weaponized, but highly political manner, because our lives are about politics. And so we can be political without being polarized. We can be political without being tribalist. We can be political without being partisan. And I think this is what I would like to say. Let's be active citizens. Our agenda and objective has always been Kenya. I'm a patriot. I love my country. I'm so blessed that I was born here. And if everyone feels that love and that desire to see our children and grandchildren live in a better environment, let's be active citizens.
Jerotich Seii, everybody!